One of the ways that I believe AMIK is addressing some of the barriers that Indigenous people face is by offering cultural sensitivity training. The training for our employees to be able to share the history of residential schools, to identify the myths and misconceptions of Indigenous people, and to understand the challenges faced today by Indigenous people was a critical part of our Indigenous engagement strategy that we partnered with AMIK on.
We were very fortunate to meet AMIK about 2 years ago, and the relationship blossomed very quickly as we realized that they were able to help us with one of our visions, which was to increase our Indigenous engagement within our district. And by that I mean that we recognize that in Manitoba there's a demographic that we were not serving properly, both in our employment and in our job opportunities. We had a lot of Indigenous workers out on our job sites, but not so much here in the office. So we've been working with AMIK to get exposure to the communities. They've opened a lot of doors for us. We've been able to participate in conferences and discussions. They've been able to help us engage with clients and in general give us some guidance that will help us make some good decisions as we progress down our journey towards Indigenous engagement.
We have an employee from the community who put the organizer in touch with us, and it really stood out from other job fairs because it's kind of a two-way learning opportunity. The morning was focused on us creating some awareness and learning about the community. I think 3 out of 4 of us had never been here, and so that was a really good opportunity for us to learn and then have the opportunity this afternoon to share what's happening at Boeing and what kind of job opportunities we can offer.
The work that we've done with AMIK has been truly beneficial to our organization from a learning and cultural sensitivity perspective, but also to ensure that we're committed to our values of diversity and inclusion specific to the Indigenous space.
Well, we've enjoyed a relationship with AMIK for a number of years. When we first heard about this concept, we thought it was a really interesting and new way to be able to reach out to those communities that we were trying to recruit from.
This is like something that's never really been done before in Saging. This is really a first from what I'm seeing anyways. Seeing all these employers out here reaching out to the community and reaching out to the youth that are here. I know for myself it makes me feel good that our people here in Saging are being engaged.
I've been working with them for 2 years. I've been delivering cultural awareness training with them, and every time I learn more and more about them, and I feel now they're close friends.
AMIK is a great organization. I met them first through the Moose Jaw Gathering on Truth and Reconciliation. They facilitated awareness for us, and they facilitated this opportunity for us to come into the community. Their programming is great and very supportive both for employers and potential employees.
As employers, I think we need to look at our employment practices to see barriers that could be in place for Indigenous people. I think we need to develop Indigenous recruitment and retention strategies. And I believe by doing this and creating a culture that's inclusive, the future is incredibly bright for employers and Indigenous people.
We call upon the corporate sector in Canada to adopt the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples as a reconciliation framework and to apply its principles, norms, and standards to the corporate policy and core operational activities involving Indigenous peoples and their lands and resources. Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada Call to Action number 92.